Hey guys, back in the lab again. Chris Bell, Real HTV, and we got something for you guys again. Me and my buddy Basil, we went out, we went fishing to a new body of water this year. In general, we know it, but for 2022, this is our first trip to that location. And unfortunately, we ran into some issues with the GoPro, so there isn't any sound. And towards the end of the video, I don't know if the sunlight or the motion, I don't know what it was, but I got a little sick towards the end. So if you notice the video isn't longer than normal, that's what it was. So yeah, I'm not going to talk you guys' head off. I'm gonna let you get right to it. So let's get it. All right, new water for 2022. We've been here in the previous years, but uh, not yet in the 2022 year. So as you can see there, cast it towards that dock, and in the process of reeling this bad boy in. Nothing big, but I'd love to have him in the live well on tournament day. And it's hard to tell, but my buddy Basil ends up making a similar cast near that dock, and doesn't set the hook. Didn't know if it was a fish or piece of brush or not, but it turns out to be a fish. It comes to the surface, and I nearly pick it off with the GoPro, but not enough to tell what's going on. If you pay attention, you might be able to see it here shortly. All right, there, the rod tip is kind of bent. You see the fish come to the top of the water. Wasn't a good hook set. All right, and we move along. In the previous years, this stretch of water has been good to us. As you can see, he pulls a fish off of this point. From here on out, I'm going to make sure, because I wasn't sure then, I'm going to make sure that I face him on every fish catch from here on out. All right. Hasn't moved, but the boat's moved, but we're still in the same location. And as we move into here, this is where that learning curve comes in. What I was talking about. We had been fishing previous places, I think about 2, 3 times now, and hadn't seen this activity. Uh, but what we just pulled up on is a really nice bed with a male and a really nice female on it. So we're going to spend some time here, and we're going to try to catch this. We're going to try to catch this big bass. It's if I had to guess how big it was anywhere between 5.5 to 6.5. It was a really big fish. Yeah, I'm switching from the drop shot to a jig. Try to be more accurate with the cast and let that thing soak. All right. We spent a little time here, so I'm going to speed it up so you guys can see what's going on. One tip that I say about spawning fishing when you're fishing beds, keep your rod tip not as high as normal, and kind of midways, because these fish aren't trying to eat. When they're biting your bait, they're trying to move it. So they're not sucking it in all the way. They're not real aggressive strikes. So what I do is I keep my rod tip kind of halfway, midway, and that way, if I do get that short strike, I'll have I'll have enough swinging room to be able to get a decent hook set, so that hook can penetrate on that fish. Again, I'm not a pro. That's just my opinion. All right. This is Unfortunately, we didn't catch that fish, but the knowledge that that fish gave us is huge. You see, my buddy Basso pulls one off of this brush pile. It's a big tree down, and it's got a lot to come with it. And like I said, I ended up getting sick. Uh, Not too much after this, and shut everything off. But my buddy Basso ended up snagging another nicer one. And here's a picture of it, because the GoPro was off, unfortunately. But this is it. I'd say 2.5 plus. Really nice fish. Another fish I'd love to have on tournament day. And that is all, folks. This is Real Ish TV. Over and out.